All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about your parent meeting reflection. And so what you are going to need to do is find a meeting at your field experience school. That would be the simplest way to find one because you're already going to be there on a weekly basis. And so ask your cooperating teacher if they have a PTO or a PTA, if they have family literacy night or family math night or a whole school carnival. I really would rather you watch or be able to be at a PTO meeting because that's where families can actually be involved in some decision making. But if it needs to be a literacy night or a math night or something that's more like celebratory, that's okay too. But I'd rather you do the other one if at all possible. I have some, if you can't do it at your field experience school, there are some schools that are not doing very many of these meetings anymore. And so if you can't find one, you can always go to the Bolivar Primary School or Bolivar Intermediate School calendar and see when theirs are or call. If you need to, if none of that works, please contact me and I will help you find a meeting that you can attend and you can count for this. All right, so whenever you find one, you need to just go into the meeting. If it's a sit down meeting, sit at the back, or, some people might come up to you and ask who you are because they don't recognize you. Just say, this is for assignment at SBU, and they'll be fine with it. I've never had any trouble. So the things you'll be looking for at the meeting: who's in attendance, when did it take place? This is really important because if a meeting is supposed to be 30 minutes and it lasts an hour and a half, that can be a problem for parents and they get very disgruntled. And so your beginning and ending time, where did it take place? You need to be thinking about the chairs you're sitting in, the technology, if you can see, if you can hear, and so you need to evaluate whether it was a good place. Was it beneficial to have the meeting there? I know it's hard for especially bigger men to sit in little tiny chairs if you have a meeting in an elementary library that's intended for K2 students. So just think about that. And then the what is going to be the meat of your writing. So what was the purpose of the meeting? What happened while you were there? What was discussed? What occurred? So just kind of an explanation of all the things that they discussed. And then your final one is kind of that evaluation piece. Do you feel this was a productive meeting? And then tell some evidence. So it's really straightforward. I really only expect to have about a page of writing. You do not need to write me a book. And so that just all goes on one Google document, and that is it.